The mindset of Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, king of Macedonia and conqueror of the Persian Empire, is remembered as one of history's greatest commanders. Before the age of 30, he built vast cities, spread Greek culture across continents, and defeated armies far larger than his own. His name became a symbol of relentless ambition and unbreakable resolve. In this video, we uncover the mindset that made him unstoppable. The Persian Empire stood before him, a superpower that once terrorized Greece, now brought to its knees. Its lands stretched across 3 continents. Its army dwarfed his own. Yet Alexander conquered it. A victory many believed only a god could achieve. With such triumph, it seemed only natural to return home, to rule, to celebrate, to rest. His men certainly thought so. They had endured years of war, brutal battles, charging elephants, and unforgiving storms. But Alexander had other plans. He pushed further east, into the unknown jungles of India. After 8 relentless years, his soldiers had reached their limit. At the river Hydaspes, they refused to go on. At the time, many believed India marked the edge of the world. But to Alexander, that was not a boundary. It was an invitation. He declared, "There will be no limits to this empire, except those set by the world itself." He reminded his men of their greatness, comparing them to heroes like Hercules. But even legends have limits. His soldiers would not follow him further. Alexander's ambition was unmatched. And that is precisely why so few could ever equal him. Inspired by heroes like Achilles and Hercules, he aimed not just to succeed, but to surpass them. Some say his endless hunger was his flaw. But it was also his greatest strength, because when you chase the impossible, even falling short leads to greatness. Lead from the front. One of Alexander's greatest tests came in the Gedresian Desert, a place so harsh that few had ever crossed it. The blazing sun burned overhead. Endless sand swallowed every step. Supplies ran dry. Men were forced to survive on whatever they could find. Some, driven by thirst, drank until death. Others ruined precious water in desperation. They were lost. Even their guides had no answers. And to make matters worse, Alexander himself was wounded. Then a group of scouts returned. They had found water. They offered it to their king, a helmet filled with the precious liquid. All eyes were on him. But instead of drinking, Alexander poured it into the sand. In that moment, everything changed. The soldiers erupted in cheers, because their king chose to suffer with them. For Alexander, there was no divide between leader and soldier. He shared their pain, he walked their path, and because of that, they followed him without hesitation. In battle, he led from the front. He charged into danger. He bore the same wounds as his men. His body was covered in scars, proof that he never asked of others what he wouldn't do himself. This created something rare, a bond of loyalty and unity. Together, they became unstoppable. Unshakable confidence from a young age. Alexander was told he was destined for greatness. His mother filled his mind with visions of divine purpose, claiming he was born of Zeus himself, whether myth or belief. It gave him something powerful, unshakable confidence. As a boy, a wild horse named Bucephalus was brought before his father. No one could tame it. It was considered impossible. But Alexander saw something others didn't. The horse feared its own shadow, so he turned it toward the sun, and just like that, the impossible became possible. His father looked at him and said, "Macedonia is too small for you. You must find a greater kingdom." Alexander never accepted limits. Where others saw obstacles, he saw solutions, even when outnumbered. Even when surrounded, he found a way to win because he believed completely in his ability to overcome. Freed from doubt, he acted with courage. He trusted his instincts, and in doing so, he achieved what others thought impossible.